Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 25. Less than 5 episodes left! Well, anyway, last time on Frieren and Fern finally managed to get to the floor where Duncan and the others are, and Frieren now knows about the clone of her. So now they had to figure out how can they defeat Frieren. The thing I liked was they were testing their strategies on the real Frieren, because if it doesn't work on her, then it means it won't work on the clone either. So they use her as kind of a guinea pig to see if hypnosis would work on it. There was one person who might be able to, Adel of the second party, but she was fighting a clone of Zenza. I don't know if Zenza accounted for that to happen when she chose to accompany them inside here, or maybe she did, I'm not sure, because maybe she knew about the clones. But yeah, clone of her is not going to be easy to beat. That one was quite terrifying, and she had to withdraw. And then Ubel and Lan had to deal with a clone of Ubel. And Lan, of course, is still untrusting of Ubel, and so she was talking to a clone of him the whole time. But they defeated the clone Ubel, and now Fern thinks she might be able to defeat Frieren. I'm not sure what her plan is, but let's find out now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Frieren. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to my channel for more from me. Alright then, let's get started.
Where's Miss Adel?
We were attacked by Zenza's replica, and she took herself out of the competition.
I understand. And Mr. Bly?
I made it this far because he put himself between the monster and me. I can only hope he got out of here with his life.
Oh gosh, that is scary.
Keep moving! Leave me! This way at least one of us will pass. I have some information. Can we work together?
Of course.
That's what I've wanted since the beginning of this ordeal. Is there anyone who can treat this man?
I always carry a holy scripture. A simple healing spell won't be an issue.
Go ahead.
I like that storage spell they have. They've been doing that since the start.
Miss Adel tried to hypnotize it, but discovered that while they can precisely mimic a mind's functions, the replicas do not possess minds of their own.
Okay.
That makes our most painless strategy out of the question.
Before we continue, we need to know exactly what those replicas are and who created them. We cannot defeat them if their true nature is a mystery.
The most important thing we can learn is if these copies have any unique weaknesses.
I'm afraid I have no comment.
Figured as much.
Yeah.
They don't have any weaknesses.
Huh?
The doubles are controlled by the Spiegel, a monster who's resided here since the mythical era.
How do you know that?
Courtesy of my eldest brother. He was in the advanced party that the Continental Magic Association sent into the tomb.
Oh.
Sounds to me like you girls had a leg up. You should have worked with us. That information would have been more valuable in our hands.
I can't say he felt very approachable to us at the time.
Plus, Frieren and Fern raced right in before we had the chance to team up.
I don't trust a middle-aged egoist like you not to abandon your allies. Anybody would doubt your motives.
She really doesn't like you, huh?
While middle-aged is technically true, there's something about having it thrown in your face that stings.
The Spiegel is close. It's
Spiegel.
locked in the treasure room, just on the other side of that hall. The monster itself is weak and has no way of attacking us directly. Once we defeat it, all the replicas will cease to be.
Okay.
It's a spell that shuts the door of a treasure vault at the risk of your life. One of the highest rated sealing spells in the world of folk magic. That door will not open until the caster is dead.
Oh gosh, so you have to defeat Frieren.
Talk of doors and seals. I'm more concerned with the overpowered doppelganger that still stands between us and the Spiegel.
The Spiegel guards itself by creating copies of those within the dungeon. As time passes by, they slowly begin to trickle down to the bottom of the labyrinth to protect it.
Uh-oh. Which means the other copies will come here.
As
Okay. I'm curious now. Fern, what was your plan? What were you doing? Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Can't be.
Did everyone notice? What are we looking at?
No clue.
I didn't think it existed. This is Frieren's fatal vulnerability. How did I let this slip past me when we battled before?
What?
Every time that she casts a spell, her mana detection is interrupted for a fraction of a second.
But isn't that a common mistake made by apprentice mages?
I have never been very good about it.
If you were aware of this, why didn't you bother mentioning it?
It's mortifying, to say the least.
This is not the time to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Freedom.
Still, though, she's highly skilled in every other area you can imagine.
Okay, so it's more strategizing. You two can help out, you know, instead of just doing that. And Zanza? Of course, she's not going to help.
Mistress Frieren, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
Are you? What is this now?
Let's go.
Oh, okay, a flashback. We don't really see him in action all that much.
He gets the day off.
Hyder, what happened to him?
He's dead.
No, he's not. Okay.
This meeting, it reminds me of the many whispers my party exchanged in dungeons.
Okay. The two of you just help out instead of fighting all the time?
We'll let our plan speak for itself.
Okay.
Do you think we can win?
Don't you worry. There doesn't exist a dungeon that can't be conquered. And as I'm the mage of the party that cleared more dungeons than any other in history, I'm an authority on the matter.
If you say so, Frieren.
The fewer of us there are inside, the easier it will be to predict its movements.
If
we
you
all
say so.
entered the battle at once, our victory would be nearly guaranteed. But most of us would die in the process.
Without anyone to slow down the replicas as they make their way to the bottom, they would quickly outnumber you.
That's true. And those two are already there, along with her.
If they surround us, nobody will make it out of this dungeon alive.
Okay. Frieren and Fern versus Frieren. Yep. Whoa, Fern. Fern.
It's behaving just like Mistress Frieren predicted.
Oh gosh. Oh. That was cool.
My double would be on the lookout for Fern, who took that opportunity to hide. But its hands are full dealing with the equally matched opponent before it.
Okay.
Can't afford to think about Fern.
Alright.
After all, no one knows better than I do how frightening I can be.
Yep. You're very frightening, Frieren.
You'll be alright. You sure it should be Zoltrak?
It's the quickest spell, therefore the best we've got. Besides that, for us elves, Zoltrak's only been in the picture for a relatively short time.
For
We
you.
haven't been around the spell long enough to reflexively defend against it. Zoltrak has existed since you were born. To you, it's something that has always been. A fundamental part of magehood engraved into your very being.
Yep.
I have no doubt that your Zoltrak can kill me. Hit it with every last drop of mana you've got.
Okay, but that means you have to only get one shot at it. You need to find the right moment, Fern.
The reason I'm here is to deliver my master's will.
Oh.
50 years have passed, so Flama has died.
You're not sad?
I only trained the girl on a whim.
Huh?
The Emperor has authorized nationwide magical research at the advice of Flama. Until very recently, human societies have written magic off as the stuff of demons. Therefore, studying it openly was strictly forbidden.
Oh.
Flama encouraged him to change that. Before her death, she'd been training a newly established unit she calls the Imperial Mages. And it says right here that she wants me to take it over for her. Receiving authorization to study magic is an enormous feat, but still she wants more.
Is what she did really so impressive?
We stand at the precipice of an era in which magic will be for all. Not long from now, humanity will acquire the strength to fight back against the Demon King and his forces.
Oh my, that is impressive. I see now.
Impressive.
Oi!
Indeed. However, that is not the future I want.
Huh?
An era in which anyone can use magic. Magic should be revered and respected. I refuse to teach anyone who lacks talent.
She predicted this. My master warned me that you would probably get upset and tear her will to pieces.
Did she ever tell you what her favorite spell was?
The flowers.
It was useless at best and foolish at worst.
Huh? Why foolish?
She loved magic with the whole of her being. She genuinely wanted everyone in the world to experience it, even in its most frivolous forms. I found that repulsive.
Why?
It sounded like the fanciful dream of a child. When I looked at her, I saw a life so short it was practically nothing. Yet in her time she founded humanity's magic.
Or she founded it.
She was always hurrying along to the next thing.
We're all faced with a series of important decisions. But unlike you and I, humans cannot afford to delay them. If we don't have an answer, we can take a century or two to find one. We can ignore our decisions for a millennium if we so choose.
But humans don't have that kind of time.
A mere 1,000 years. That is when the era of humans will arrive.
And then that happened, yep.
They will surely overtake us.
Hmm?
So don't neglect your training, Frieren.
Thank you.
For if anyone cuts your long life short, it will be the Demon King himself. Or it will be a human mage.
Everything we've known, the entire world of magic and mages, is about to be born anew.
Well, I think she went along with it after all, eventually. Okay, now we're back here. Burn! Zoltrak! Did it work? They're not gonna show us, dang it! And now it's gonna be a while until I can watch the next episode. Because I'm gonna be on break for about a week or so. The plan to beat Frieren has started. We spend a good bit of the beginning episode strategizing until Fern finally exploited Frieren's weakness. For a small fraction, when she's casting a spell, she can't detect mana, and that means that. So normally, when someone's casting a spell, they emit a mana, and mages can detect that. But when Frieren's casting a spell, if someone else tries to cast a spell along with her, she won't be able to detect it. It's a small thing, but at the right moment, it can definitely help out. If someone casts a powerful spell like from behind her while she's casting one, she won't be able to sense it. So that's the plan, I think. So Frieren will keep her clone occupied because only she is powerful enough to do that. And then at the right moment, Fern will launch an attack. So Fern has to time it just right that she hits Frieren just at the point when she's casting a spell. Otherwise, she'll find out and the spell won't work. And we don't know if it worked actually. And it seems like they both had to hurry up because after a while, the clones will have eventually closed in on the center. I'm starting to think maybe that's why Zenza put the time limit in there. She said after a set amount of time, the golems will come out on their own and take everybody to safety. She had to have known about the clones, and she didn't seem to react when she found out a clone of her had shown up there also. I don't know how they're gonna be Zenza's clone though. Actually, the thing that scares me is maybe fighting a clone of Fern. That's something that we haven't seen yet, and Verbal and Ubel's groups haven't shown up yet either. So we got a bit more about Zeria and Frieren. So Frieren presented Flamma's will to Zeria after she died. So we learned a bit more about magic over here too. So in the past, people associated magic as something demons practice, and so back in that day, it was considered forbidden to practice it because it was something demons use and it was considered demonic. But Flamma were to change that notion. She wanted a world where magic could be wielded by all. Zeria, however, only wanted the gifted to have magic. I'm starting to wonder why. And knowing that over here, knowing that she didn't initially want to go along with it, makes me wonder why she started the Magic Association finally. Because I'm pretty sure that's what Flamma wanted her to do, and she initially decided against it. It was not until 1,000 years later that she finally started this thing. Maybe that's why Frieren reacted the way she did. She didn't expect Zeria to be the one behind it. Now I'm kind of curious to know why she did. Maybe she's searching to find gifted mages. Well, she used that privilege of hers as an incentive to make people strive for being first class mages. Maybe she's trying to see just how powerful humanity's magic can become. Well, yeah, so we got a bit more about that. And of course, she also talked about how they have so much more time compared to humans, and how they try to achieve what they want in the short time that they have. That's what all humans do actually. They know that time is gonna fly by and they don't have a lot of it, so they try to make the most of it. Though there are some that still do while away their time doing stuff, but I still get some work done when it counts. Yep, so we don't even know if they defeated Clone Frieren yet. I guess we'll have to find out next time if they did or not, and I'm sure the other clones are gonna start showing up too. Well, let's see how it continues next time. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.